Let's see, all-time favorite strain. Hmm. I guess Sinsemilla from Mexico. You know,
Okay.
yeah, the old-fashioned. When you used to get it, sometimes you get seeds and stems and everything, and then you had to clean it all out. And so you kept the seeds one side, the stems and everything, and all the crap on the other side. And then what was left was the best smoke in the world. But I've smoked so much now that I can't. I'm still looking for my favorite strain. Let's put it that way.
I love it. I love
Yeah.
that. Because, some people, some like OG stoners, they'll be like, oh no, this is my favorite strain for sure. And I'm like, for like this long? Like, you know that for a fact? Like, you haven't like explored enough to know?
I
But
think it says more about a person's personality than anything.
there you go.
There are people that are like file clerks. They want to have everything put in the file neatly and in the right under the. That's why they got names and all that stuff. It all boils back to the when they had what do they call it, the cannabis cup.
Mhm.
With High Times,
Oh, yes.
and so they would have contests in the winter, the blueberry or the OG Kush or the blah blah blah, whatever it is, and usually that came with a little bit of a bribe to the judges,
I love
and so they kind of bought. Hey, listen, we got a lot of money in this one, so this
this.
one's going to win this time.
Oh my God, I'm so glad to hear you say that because I've been a judge. Like I judged the Cannabis Cup last year for High Times. And I judged like another cup. There's so many cups now. But
Yeah,
I've been like a celebrity guest judge for all these cups and I'm just like, first of all, like there's so many entries. There's so many like how can you accurately judge like a
you
hundred
can't.
strains? You can't. You
You
can't.
can't. You can't. One a bud on the same plant. On the same plant can be different from the bottom to the top or from the whatever.
Yeah.
You can't judge. That's why when I was cleaning it or trimming it and everything else, if I drop a bud on the floor, I'll get on my hands and knees and find
Wow.
it.
Oh my God.
Because each little piece. See, when I grew up, uh, weed was so rare. I'm from Canada, and so when I got turned on, that was I never saw another joint for almost a year. It was that one joint, got me high. I kept it for about almost a month because I just take a toke, put it out, and I still do that now. I can't smoke a whole joint. I
No,
got I got more roaches now because here I'll give you an example. Like this is my
that's your standard, huh?
I don't know where it's from. I got to, I'm a stoner. If you know where it's from, then you're not really a stoner.
Thank you. Oh my God. I say that all the time. And I mean, I get a lot of people send me weed for the show and like
Yeah,
it's been labeled, but unless I keep it in the jars like this,
yeah,
then
yeah,
I don't know what it is. Like
yeah.
I don't
You
remember.
can't tell.
No. But this is actually some really good stuff right here. This is
Oh, it looks nice.
yeah, this is Point Break. These are this is broken down a little bit. I've smoked this already, but these are 5 gram nugs. Like all of them are 5 grams. Just
Mmm,
yeah,
nice,
yeah.
nice.
That was pretty impressive. Do you know you don't know what you're smoking? I was just gonna ask you.
No,
No,
no, not a clue. In
not a,
fact, that's what I call it, not a clue.
not a
It's a
clue.
strain called not a clue.
I love it. Have
No
you
idea.
have you thought about doing a weed line? Have you ever?
Oh no, we got a weed line.
That's what I thought,
Uh,
but I wasn't sure if it was
Yeah,
actually.
we got Cheech and Chong weed. We got Tommy Chong weed. We got, yeah, yeah, we got, and anywhere from Nice Dreams to OG, no, what do you call it? Stadenko, Labrador. We got a strain called Labrador from our movie. Um, yeah, there's all kinds of weed. But again, what happened when we start, we're going public with the company. And so we got these
Wow.
high roller business guys, and they're sort of sorting everything out, making it attractive for the stockholders,
Sure.
and so they have all these Cheech and Chong related nice dreams, and Up in Smoke, and all those
They gave
movie
you
things. Yeah,
some names. Yeah. Well, that's nice.
but I my own personal, I guess it's resistance, because my body kind of shuts down. I take a couple of tokes and I'm fine. I'm good. I'm good to go. I'm good to yap.
Right. Exactly. I don't like to, I don't know. I'm not trying to get so high I can't do anything else. Like that's not fun for me. I have shit to
No,
do, you know?
not
Like,
fun for anybody.
no.
And then you get older, and you start thinking, especially with COVID,
Hmm.
and you forget that you smoke up, because we smoke up all the time anyway. So, it's no big deal. And then, but then, like, if I take the dog for a walk or something, I'll start feeling some weirdness, and I'll start thinking, oh, am I getting COVID, or did I just smoke up? Oh, I smoked up.
Is it the
Okay.
or is it the Oh my God. Yeah. See, I never want to be that high that I'm just like, you don't know what's
Well, you
going.
can't control that, girl.
I know. Well, sometimes it's getting better. Um, Especially since having kids, it's been a lot easier to like not smoke too
Oh
much.
yeah, 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 yeah. Nature.
Nature.
No, no, nature puts you on high alert, and you got people that you have to worry about, and you
Yeah.
got to think of things like, did they eat?
Right. Are they here still?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Where did I leave them? I
Right.
didn't leave them.
They're still
They're not waiting at a school for me that I forgot to pick them up.
no,
Have you
no,
done that yet?
no, my God, I would
Oh,
die.
that happens. That happens.
I know.
Or what we did in Paris, we would send our little guy to school, and because it was French, and my wife can speak French, but we don't read or anything, and so we would miss a holiday, and next thing you know, our son would be the only guy in the school standing outside the school, and no one. We had like a driver to take him to school, because we were busy doing our thing, and sometimes my son would be all afternoon waiting for someone to pick him up.
Oh no. Well, at least it was back in the days when that was
That's
like
it.
okay, and like it's not,
It
like
was never okay,
was
but it happens, and it happens now.
I mean, I
There's never a
feel
time.
like you have an excuse as if there weren't cell phones, you at least
Yeah.
have, oh, they couldn't reach me.
Mm,
You know.
that's changed everything.
Oh
The
yeah.
cell phone has changed the world, and that's up. That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Now there's no excuse.
No.
You know, you phone up. Where are you? That kind of thing. Well, take a bus home. Where is there someone there? Let me talk to him. That
Right.
you're fine. Yeah, the cell phone I think it's the most uh, influential discovery of our civilization.
Magic. It's magic. It's crazy that it exists, and if you
It
think about
talks to you.
it, it's real.
It reads your mind.
No,
Literally,
isn't that
it
insane?
reads your habits. And
Yeah.
next thing you know, I'm looking at all sorts, like I'm a tango dancer, so I was into the tango world, and now I get tango products thrown at me all the time, which is so cool.
I
Because
love
for a
that.
while there, I couldn't figure out how to work stuff, so I would get the tango by accident more than anything. And now they've simplified it for old guys like me.
I love it. Oh my God. So I did not know this about you, Tommy. So do you tango often? Do you still do this?
I tango every day for exercise.
Oh,
For exercise, because a tango walk, for instance, the guy has to know a tango walk. Well, women too. With women, the reason it's so good for women is that you have to dance in high heels,
Mhm.
and you're usually going backwards. And
Um,
so you develop the nicest butt and the best legs in the history of womanhood, and which is why uh, tango is so important and so popular around the world,
oh, I agree.
because yeah, oh yeah, people when they find out the magic. See, tango's the magic of tango is almost it's the answer to our to civilization
Hmm.
in a sense. The tango itself, it teaches uh, compassion and politeness. Like you can't the rules of tango, for instance, I'll run them down to you. When you go to a milonga, which is a tango dance, a country dance, in say Buenos Aires, the women are separated from the men. The women are they have their own little area, the tables, and they sit. And the men, they also have tables, but they're not sitting. They're usually pacing. They're walking around. And so when you want to dance with someone, the men walk over to the women's section, and then they're shopping. They're looking for a dance partner. Now they usually have their eye on somebody, because this is how you tell. You see how a person dances, and then she can dance. I'll ask her to dance. Now, most couples, you know, they made an agreement. The girls go sit in the girls section, the guys in the guy section. But when it's time to dance, they meet each other. They look at each other, and the way when the guy is looking for a partner, all you have to do with the girl sitting there, all you have to do is make eye contact. Now, if the girl doesn't want to dance, she doesn't make eye contact. She's busy. She's doing her shoes. She's reading, looking at her phone. She's doing everything. If she wants to dance, she returns the look. The guy gives her a look, and you ask. He asks with the eyes. Do you want to dance? Open your eyes a little bit, and the girl, she'll smile and she'll nod her head. Then she'll get up, and then they kind of meet in on the dance floor, and he takes her by the hand, and he might lead her out to the center of or to his favorite spot. Now, you can have a little conversation in the beginning, but usually there's no conversation, because you're there to dance. You're not there to pick up a girl. You're there just to dance tango. And and so what happens then, when the music starts, you listen to the first bar. You don't dance, you listen. It's almost like what the guy is doing. He's plotting the dance in his head. He knows the number. He knows what he's going to do, because the guy has to lead the dance, and the woman has to follow.
Mhm.
And the more experienced the guy is, the more apt that he'll get female partners. Because when you dance tango, the leads you into all these steps, but it's like a language. He'll hint a certain move, and then the girl knows what he wants, and what he wants he's expecting her to do, and she'll do the step. And then the guy can anticipate, because he has to know the dance, and he anticipates where the girl's going to stop her movement, and he'll be there with the next step, and so on. And that's why that dance is so beautiful to watch, but so hard to do. And so that's when I was there, it's just normal to take lessons all day and then dance all night. And that's what you do. And the women have to be beautiful, usually with a sexy skirt, that has a slit up the back or the side, so she can move her legs around, because it's a very leggy dance. And the guy has to definitely, there's a dress code. You can't come in there sloppy unless it's a club or something. They've loosened the rules, but back in the day, a man had to be in a nice suit, or dress pants, dress, no t-shirts or anything. It's all changed now.
Yeah.
But that was the order of things. So the men and women are meeting at the most beautiful uh, attire, and they're doing the most beautiful dance. And so culturally, it's an expression of how intelligently and how we have evolved as a species, that we can have these activities that are so uh, beautiful and so what's the word, classy. You know
Mm.
what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't. I think the biggest insult you can do is tell a stupid joke or something. Break the mood, because that's what tango is. That's why they call it the dance of love,
Mm.
because you really are dancing as if you're in love with the guy. And that's why we have a hard time seeing our women dance with other guys, because
Yeah.
it's the dance of love.
It's intense. It's very intense. I did competition ballroom dancing when I was a teenager. And
You know
I
what
got,
I'm saying?
yes, I do. So I got funny story. I got cast in a show, my first professional show, when I was 17. And it was Chicago, the musical Chicago.
Oh
And
yeah.
so I was my character like died in the first half of the show, and then I had to come back as a tango dancer. And I was like double cast in this show because they were short on tango dancers. And the guy they cast as my partner was like my competition partner, and we had like dated previously. And I had no idea that he was like the guy that they found for this part. And there was literally, it was like such a small theater. There was no one else that could do this. So I was like dating another guy in the show. And then my ex gets cast as my tango partner. And it was so awkward. It was the most, I hated it. It was a beautiful show and it was so much fun. But like that every time, every night when we had to do that dance, I was like, we got in a fight. Like I was like, this is my job. Like, what do you want me to do?
Oh, the ex. I mean, the boyfriend. He
Yeah,
got jealous.
he did. Yeah,
Oh, I know that feeling. Oh, it's hopeless, helpless feeling.
right.
Oh, you get so jealous. Oh my God. And the only thing you can do is find a teacher, a girl that that's what we do. I eventually get my own teacher, and so I got my own dance to deal with.
Oh, I love
But I know what you're saying.
Yeah, so that's yeah, I totally get it. So we have to go dancing sometime, is what I'm hearing you say. That's
Oh
what
yeah, yeah.
I was like picturing this really cute, like Tommy Chong
Listen,
style.
I am so electronically helpless that I would fuck up a landline too.
No, I hear you. I have same
I'm
boat.
getting I'm a little deaf anyway, and eyes aren't that great, and memory is a stoner memory.
Yeah.
So I'm on the brink.
I mean, it's aren't we all? I feel like
To a degree, you guys are young. You got a whole life ahead of you.
that's
No,
true.
I'm I'm getting to that that stage. Well, actually, I'm enjoying. You see, you can fight old age, or you can enjoy old age. You see, if you stay in shape, if you stay healthy and work out, you got to work out.
Oh
You got
yeah.
to keep the cardio going. You can. The only thing changes is your appearance. You know, you get older and everything, but you're the same feelings. If you think young, you'll always be young. And that's the way it is.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you're proof of that. I feel like
Yeah.
everybody that loves you has generations have loved you for the same, like you
Yeah,
have.
that cracks me up too. Well, I look at my kids, and they got kids,
Yeah,
and my grandkid has kids. I'm
yeah,
a great granddaddy.
grandpa.
so 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 I'm up there. Technically, I'm up there, but mentally, thanks to the weed, I'm as juvenile as you're ever going to get.
I love
I when I hit 17, that was my favorite age
okay.
because I've been driving for a year, so I got over that thrill of being able to drive a car. I'm I don't consider myself a kid anymore. That's when I started smoking weed when I was 17. That's when I quit high school, and that's really when I embarked on my life
Yeah.
at 17. And it's a trip, boy.
Oh my God, my sister is going to be 17 next on Friday, this Friday.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, it's sweet. It's
Is she pretty as you?
oh my God, she's gorgeous. She's
Oh,
beautiful. But she's trouble, you know? She's trouble. Like that's one thing I'm glad like I grew up kind of like a I was a teenager when social media was born. So I didn't really have the full experience like she has, you know.
yeah.
So it's different and it's making me glad that I have boys and not girls. Um you know, it's a crazy world for girls right now. It's like teenage girls. I
Oh, oh, yeah, it is for everybody.
yeah, for everybody.
Yeah, for everybody. We've got technology now that people, the young ones, are into it. I got a 2.5, almost 3 year old granddaughter that's more computer savvy than I am. You know, she gets her iPad and she does all. She can have phone. I give her my phone and she'll find the game. She'll find all that shit. I can't even figure out how to turn it off. You know.
You just need to train her, just like show grandpa how to do.
Oh no, and that's another thing. She's an individual. You got to help her with her drawing. She'll push her hand away. No, she no. Well, you had to see how she dresses because Shelby, my wife, is very feminine, and she's a dancer, so she'll wear the crinolines and the dance outfit, and little Kira, she looks at Shelby, grandma, and she looks at her. The next thing you know, she's got her little crinoline on. She's got her little shoes on. She goes to school. There's a pre toddler school or something. She's a Muslim, so she goes to Muslim school, and so it's like a nursery. Only they're teaching them. And so she goes to school. She wears sunglasses, crinoline, uh, sparkly shoes, and a purse. She has to carry her purse and her sunglasses.
I
And
love it. Little people.
oh, she is so gorgeous and so beautiful. And she's half Indonesian, so she's got and she learned Indonesian, right off the bat. So her English is really cute, but she's a little shy with it. Oh my God. And then she's a piano player. Because when she comes to visit grandma and grandpa, one of the things she likes to do is sit at the piano and then just hit the keys. And but the other day she's over there and she's sitting there and she starts with the high keys and then she goes all the way down to the low keys and then she's in the middle and I'm watching her discover the sounds, the tones,
Love
and she's putting them all together. And so first of all, it starts like just being wild, and then now she's like she's picking out the notes.
yes.
And she's going to be a dancer because my Shelby and her Shelby will do a little twirl, and Kira has to do her little twirl. Oh, they're so cute,
That's adorable. Yeah, we
little
have,
girls. Oh,
I know. See, now you're making it sound good. You're making it sound good. Nieces. I've got a little sister. I'm probably gonna have one more, but we've got a piano. My husband and I are also musical. I play the piano and the guitar and viola and he plays guitar
oh,
kind of.
everything and sing.
Yes, yes. And
Yeah.
um
Oh wow.
yeah, our kids have destroyed our piano upstairs, but they love it. And it's like it's theirs now. Like it's their piano and they love it and they play on it all the time. And it was just kind of like mashing keys for a while. And now, like, surprisingly, my youngest, who he's not even 2 yet, he's going to be 2 in 2 weeks. He's like the genius one. And he'll like just sit there for a while and like make music and like it sounds good,
Yeah.
you know?
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah. It's from another life.
yeah.
They're coming back and they're picking up where they left off.
What?
Yes. Oh yeah. It's very musical and dance. Yeah. Yeah. It's my wife that got me into both,
Oh.
because she's quite young. She's 10 years younger than me. And so she when I met her, she was never going to be with me. That's why we're still together. She liked me because even though I was in a band and everything, but she liked me because I was married,
Yeah, been
and
there.
and so there was no chance of me falling hopelessly in love with her because I'm married. And so she was just using me. When
Yeah.
she wanted an older guy to hang with, she'd come and hang with me. But as it were, we did acid together,
Oh, you
LSD,
bonded.
and that was it. We not only did acid together, but we made love
Oh,
the first time,
you soul bonded.
and and
Yes.
we're still together.
Oh,
And that was like 50 years ago. So, and
oh,
we're still together. And our daughter, our love child, is in her 50s. Yeah,
I love that
yeah,
so much. That's amazing. So
yeah.
you guys are just the cutest. And we talked about her so much last time, and I'm obsessed with your wife. Like she's the
Oh
cutest.
yeah. Oh no, she's amazing. She's pissed off at me now though.
Oh no, why? Can you say on
Well,
the
because no, Cheech and I did a show without her, and not really a show. It wasn't a show, and that's why that she thinks it was a show because it was Cheech and Chong. But it wasn't a show. It was supposed to be a Q&A,
Oh,
a question and answer, and uh, and she should have been there. But
yeah.
then uh, there's issues that Cheech and I had to address really going forward, and we did, and so it was kind of a traumatic experience for everybody. And so she's mad. She thinks that I betrayed her.
No,
that
well, tell her
that that's
come on our.
that's the word. That's the word.
Oh
That's
no.
the word. I betrayed her. I did a show without her, and she can't forgive me. But in the meantime, I'm pissed off at Cheech, or I was pissed off at Cheech. I'm not anymore.
Okay, well
Yeah,
that's good. Cleared
yeah,
that.
yeah. No, I can't stay pissed off at anybody. I can't remember.
That's the secret to happiness, actually, is a short memory. A short memory and a good attitude. I don't know. What is that old adage? Do you know that?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
makes happiness.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because you can't remember the bad things.
Right, exactly.
That's a good thing about weed. That's why potheads, for the most part, are happy people.
Exactly. That's your brain protecting you and weed helping that happen. I love it.
Yeah, well, yeah, yeah. The whole point is forgive and forget. I mean, that's what you got to do. And if you want to be miserable, then you just remember all the bad things. You know, but that's why potheads. That's why we get high. I think to
I think
forget.
so.
You
Yeah.
know.
I mean, I get high for lots of reasons. I love weed. Weed helps me with lots of stuff. Depends on what I'm trying to do. I like that there's
Well,
so much.
you're a musician and you sing and you're a dancer.
Exactly.
Of course, it makes you focus. It
It
helps
does.
you focus. Yeah.
It takes all the other distractions away. It also is like super helpful being at home with the kids and being able to like use these things. These are great. I had one of a drink earlier. I drank it all. But let me
Oh,
just
the drinks,
yeah, but then
THC.
like yeah, so it's like you mix it into drinks. It's powder actually.
Ah,
So I've
like
got
Kool-Aid.
yeah, but like in a
Oh,
pixie
cool.
stick that turns into a straw you can use. Isn't that great?
Oh,
I
Oh,
know.
that's so nice. Who sells those? Where do
This
you get
is
them?
My High. This is one of my sponsors for the show. They're like the title sponsor.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to find out.
I will send you
Yeah,
some, Tommy.
yeah, send me some. Yeah, for sure.
That's actually if we do an in-person show, I'll bring you a bunch too.
Oh, great.
Yeah, we
Oh, perfect.
these ones have caffeine in them also, the 10 milligram ones.
Oh, to give you a little high, give you a
Mhm.
little energy
A little
boost.
bit. And then also this is a little straw. You can just
Ah, that's so sweet.
oh, I
That's
love
so cool. Yeah.
right. And then
I
these
get,
are like these little drinks here, these winks are nice too. I like to mix them together.
oh, what's in the drink?
The same thing. It's THC, CBD, 1 to 1. Um,
Uh,
but it's so they're like micro doses. So
oh, nice.
the powder I just put in is 10 milligrams, and this is I think these are 10 too, right? 2.5. 2.5. These are like
2.5. Yeah, that makes it legal.
yeah.
That's a hemp. That's what's in hemp.
Is it? I think it's point three is hemp. If it's over under point three, because we actually grew hemp. That's
And you were allowed to
yeah, so it's got to if it's under point it's 0.2% THC is considered hemp.
is legal.
Yeah, so it's if it's over point 0.2, then it's
Then then
THC,
it's
then it's weed.
THC.
Yeah, but this drink is 2.5. So like
Oh, but stoners can't remember numbers, so
I can't do math ever. It's like take me this long just to know all of this stuff. So I'll get comments on the show like you should know that. Like that's wrong. I'm like, all right, fucking relax, okay? The show
I've
about
been ble- I've been blessed with bad eyesight, so I don't read comments usually, unless they're compliments.
that's a good way to stay happy too. No, I still
Oh yeah, yeah.
do
I,
it.
I've yeah, yeah, I've gotten out of that bitchy kind of attitude.
Yeah.
I got off TikTok for that reason. I started getting in fights, not TikTok, but
Twitter.
Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter. Yeah, I quit Twitter almost a couple of years ago now.
Yeah.
Because when Trump was doing his thing, I was fighting with everybody, and my son, my son had me barred from Twitter. He goes, Dad, I'm taking you off Twitter.
Your
Okay.
son, your son banned you from Twitter. I'm dead. Your manager's son. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Um, no, I hate Twitter. I was just thinking about how much I hate Twitter because they just said that they're going to allow weed advertising because that's the one thing that sucks about Instagram is that they're always censoring cannabis.
Yeah, yeah.
So, do you get censored, by the way? Do you
Oh
have
yeah. We
you
got kicked off Facebook,
face?
and we haven't been on Facebook for a long time. We might be on now. I got other people doing the Cheech and Chong site, the
I'm sure.
Tommy Chong site. I don't deal with it. But yeah, we got, and we're not, of course, we're not allowed to do anything on TikTok, smoke weed on TikTok or any of that. And so
Right.
we're getting our own. It's called bowl mates, like bowl, like a smoke in a bowl
Yeah.
mates. And so we got that going on, like a podcast like this, and it's called Bowl Mates. And people jump on the site when we're on there. And what we do, we go on like Instagram or Facebook. Well, I guess Instagram first, and then we say, okay, we're going to go over to Bowmates and we're going to light up. So why don't we see you guys over there? And so we got our own little spot where we light up. So you have to be our Bowmate.
Absolutely, I'm going to. Yeah, I just started doing shows on Hayes TV. Well, not just, I guess this whole last year, that's the studio I record in LA is Hayes TV and Hayes Radio. And yeah, I didn't even realize that there was this whole world out there with just like cannabis like networks and
Yeah,
platforms to it.
yeah.
Like crazy.
I just finished signing a ton of Chong bongs, what I got busted for. Well,
Yeah.
when I got busted, there was a whole bunch of Chong Bong fans, and our followers in that, they stayed together, and now they're back big time, and we're selling Chong bongs again, and we got all sorts of product. I just give them a ton of these. I make these necklaces. They're called Nada pipes,
Ooh.
and what they are is that you smoke, you put a joint in the smoke it without having to put anybody's lips on it, and so I made these. I started making these in prison actually, and I but anyway, I gave him 20, and they're collectibles. And so he's got 20, and the ones I gave away, they're made out of mastodon tusk, which is ivory, but it's like a 11 million year old tusk, so it's not what do you call it, endangered. There's no, you don't have to worry about the mastodons. They're more or less gone. Yeah. And so they're available on the Tommy Chong Bong or the Chong Bong site. They're going to be selling them. We only got, I think they sold them already. You get a bong, and you get a Chong, not a pipe, and so this is the one that I saved. And what you do really is you can like if you're out in public or with someone, you can you know undo it like I'm doing, and then you got this here, and what I'll do is that I'll just get an old joint in there.
Oh my God, that's brilliant. And there it is. That's amazing.
Right.
And you made this in prison? You just like started doing this?
I was making them before prison.
Okay.
But no, in prison I made them out of clay, and then I tried to get them fired. I made a kiln while I was in prison,
Oh my
and
God.
I tried to get them fired, but here we go.
Yay, it works. So do you use this often, or do you like, is this like a jewelry thing now?
No, it's more of a jewelry thing.
Yeah.
It's a thing. It can be used.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. I want one. That's incredible. How did I not know you made these?
Out of pipe. And then this is the other thing I made. These are out of bamboo.
Wait, that's you can just smoke out of everything in your office. Like,
Yeah, basically. Yeah. I'm making these. There's a little bong,
kind of
what do
oil.
you call it? Water pipe.
Oh my God.
Sometimes it doesn't work though. There we go.
You still make these things. You must have so many companies send you all this stuff. Oh no, you didn't make that one?
No, I make them
Oh,
all. And this is one of my latest ones. This is
oh, that's
a
cool.
little carving. What it's going to be when I finish it is on the bottle like this here. And what I'm going to do, I was like looking at this, trying to figure out, okay, what should I do with this? Guy looks like a warrior, right?
Yeah.
He is a warrior. Okay, so then I realized I got this because I collect bottles too. It drives my wife, it drives Shelby nuts, because she goes to throw something out and I'll dig it out of the garbage. And what are you doing?
Oh, that's
Because she's the opposite. So, okay, this is an old soy sauce bottle.
yeah.
And this is a little Japanese figure. See, he's going to go like this here. Isn't that a nice look?
That's cute.
And so, what I'm going to do here
Hmm.
is I'm going to do a little robe. You know how they always wear robes? And so it's going to be a little robe down there.
That's cute.
And it's going to be either a container for weed or yeah, it'll be more. I think I'll just leave it as containers,
Yeah.
weed containers, because the bong, I can make a bong out of everything. And you know how I got into the bong making thing I was on Playboy Channel one time, and they had a contest for homemade bongs, and oh, I loved it. Man. People were coming out of all sorts of places, with different ideas. Like we went into Home Depot.
Okay.
Okay, went into Home Depot and said, okay, what's the quickest way to make a pipe? And I don't have it here, but anyway, you go to the plumbing section and you get a little thing that looks like a pipe and a little pipe, and next thing you know, you got a pipe.
Oh my God. So you just okay, at the Playboy Mansion, there was this bong making competition, and that's how you
Well,
got
it wasn't a mansion. It wasn't a mansion. It
oh,
was Playboy Television.
oh, Playboy Television. Okay.
Playboy Television, but they had the girls and the whole thing, and then they had a little bong making thing, and it was great. They had coconut bongs. I got a ton over there, but that I collect.
I love
Yeah,
that.
I'll eventually. I was going to say museum, but no, I'm going to sell all this shit.
Yeah.
And if a museum wants to buy it, that's her business.
Oh yeah. I mean, didn't they try to do that? I've got a friend who has so much like weed art from the cannabis museum that was in Vegas.
Yeah,
And
that
I'm
was in Vegas. It's not there anymore.
apparently not. He's got all of their installations at his mansion. And now he has a weed mansion, which is cool. But
Oh,
that's yeah, I'm just like, why is this not a thing? Like I would go, like why?
the pandemic shut everything down.
Yeah, you're probably right. You're
Yeah,
probably
it's a pandemic. That's why you don't want to crowd anywhere.
yeah,
Just recently, before you couldn't be in a crowd, you had to wear masks, all that shit.
yeah,
No, it's cool. It's part of life, man. It's part of our life. You
yeah.
know, our life experiences.
It's true. It's true. We all went through this together.
Yeah,
I'm
we went
definitely
through it all.
I'm glad it's not I'm glad it's over. But yeah, that's actually the last time I did a Zoom show was COVID time. And so I was like,
Hmm.
oh yeah, I know how to do this. And then I apparently forgot a few things. So yeah, while we're on the subject of cool things to smoke out of,
I
this
saw you smoking out of that.
this
It's a
is so
pipe. I
cool.
love
It
that.
is. This company, they're another one of my sponsors for the show. They're called Fashion Craft. So they just like they make cups like mugs like this, and they have
Yeah,
all different ones. I don't even know how many of these things, but it's my favorite. Like wake and bake in the morning, coffee.
it's nice, beautiful, and it's a nice pipe. Yeah, yeah. I've had access to that. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, some of these things that they have now, like they're kind of gimmicky, they don't like work really well. Some of the new novelty like smoke things that they're trying to come out with. But I really like a good product, and this really like I don't promote stuff on my show that I don't actually use. This is a good one.
That's really good, and I love testing them all.
Yeah. Oh, well,
That's my joy.
Tommy,
That's my joy.
they probably have a Cheech and Chong one of these. They're gonna send it
Oh,
to
you must have. We're the first.
you. You are. You're the first weed show. Like, that's epic.
Yeah, we did it when only gangsters were doing
You are a gangster. Like,
it.
original
OG,
gangster. Yes.
OG,
Oh, I love
original OG.
the
And it's
original.
funny too because when I was in prison, I never smoked,
No.
not a bit. I quit smoking for 2 years for sure.
Wow. So you didn't
And guess what? I got cancer while I was not smoking.
that is
Think
sad.
about that.
Whoa.
Think about that. And then after, when I got smoking again,
Yeah.
thank God, because then I had to fight the cancer, and I did it with CBD and THC, but
And what
mostly CBD.
really mostly
Yeah.
CBD. Did you do
Well,
RS?
what happens is that THC and CBD, CBD has the healing properties as well. THC will get you high, but it also heals. It's
Yeah.
all healing. There's nothing bad with the high.
Right.
It's in fact that's the joy of the plant itself is the high. That's what makes it so beautiful. And so I totally forgot what I was trying to say.
The cancer, you healed your cancer.
Oh, and so that's what happened. Oh, when I found out I had cancer, they give you the old fashioned. This is one thing about being old. They say, well, we got good news and bad news. The bad news is that you got prostate cancer. Good news is that you're old, you're going to die of something else before this will kill you anyway, because it's a slow acting cancer. That's the good news.
Good news, right?
And so I said, well, what's the news where I get operated on and I don't have cancer anymore?
Yeah.
And they said, okay, well, we'll have to do the research. And so luckily we did research and we found the state of the art guy that operates with computers. You know, you go in there, I forget what you call it, but
the robot.
Yeah, you're looking through, so there's no incisions, there's nothing like that. You're not no healing, like cutting and everything else. But I got radiated, and then they had to put me on pain, the painkillers, the morphine, and all that. Now I was kind of, on one hand, looking forward to that high. However, I'd rather not have had cancer to get it, and I know from friends that it's the most addicting drug you could ever come close to, and so I got off it as soon as I could, and that's where CBD come in, because I started getting injections with CBD injections. It wasn't pleasant, it was a little thick, but I went right to the source, and so then within, well, the healing process, cancer-free, totally.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You injected CBD. Did you have a port that you were injecting it into, or did you just
in my butt, the fleshy part of the butt?
But
and I had a choice, right or left. But when I was a kid, I had pleurisy. I was in a hospital when I was a toddler. And I can remember, my earliest memories is getting, I guess it's penicillin or something, shot in the butt with a needle. Oh. And it was a big needle too, and a little guy, and it hurt. And I got it for like 6 months.
Oh my God.
So I was used to that protocol, and so, and I don't know if it's been done since or ever, the reason I got it was the guy that turned me on to it was a medic in the Army, and so he had medical training. Okay. And then he was very knowledgeable about CBD, and so he was the one that got the oil and the syringe and everything else, and did it. And
so
no painkillers, no. We did follow up for about a year, and then it was like, no, you don't need to come in anymore. You're fine. You're clear.
That's amazing.
That is.
That before. That's beautiful. That's awesome. Well, congrats on that. I mean, that's another sign of the Lord's work right there. I feel like God and science came together on that.
Well, God and science are intertwined.
They are.
Yeah. The only thing you can do in this physical world is make mistakes, you see. And we all make mistakes. And that's why, because you can only learn from mistakes. You can't learn from perfection. There's nothing to learn in perfection. But a mistake, whoa, there's all sorts of things you can learn. And that's why we have to make mistakes. And that's why we're here. That's why we're here to make mistakes.
I love that. Well, Tommy, thank you so much for talking with me again. I mean,
anytime, girl. Let's do this often.
Dude, let's do it. You want to be my new co-host? Got a spot